the uh, freedom of expression
Yes.
should be controlled, right?
Yes, yes.
Should have some limit. Definitely it should have some limit, as we can see the history, what happened in JNU. Some students are raised a slogan against India. That is not a freedom of speech. So all the expressing anything as per our Article 19 as per Constitution of India, there are six type of freedoms are there. In out of that, the freedom of speech, that also one of the freedom that constitution is provided us, but we should not misuse that or use for our own benefit, and for uh, for a speech of other, like should not condemn other people by our hateful speeches. So everything that, because we are living in the public places, everything has some limit. So we should not overcome that things. So that's why the definitely the freedom of expression have some limit. So what happened now, Kangana, recent days now. So Kangana, what she said against the Bollywood, and also definitely the due to political vendetta, again our the houses and everything is demolished within a one day. Definitely this is not good sign when we can see freedom of speech, because many people are spoken against that, but no action taken against those people, but only for the particular people when they are supporting on particular political party or the particular group of member. They are biased towards one person. As we can see that there is misusing the freedom of speech for past 5 to 10 years, and definitely last we can see the history also in 1972. What happened, the Indira Gandhi put on all the courts, and everything is put on hold due to for our political benefits. So with the history, from history only we can see all these things, and it's keep repeating now also. Definitely the freedom of speech should have some limit, and we should express what are the opinions with the proper way. Then only the healthy society will create. Otherwise definitely the violence will create at any time. So that's
Okay,
it.
okay, Devi bhai, I think you have mentioned very good point. Actually, in my speech, I was also going to take example of Kangana Ranaut and Sanjay Raut. What happening? We are also looking, because this is only they are misusing the freedom of expression, nothing else. Because Kangana is saying something, in counterpart Sanjay Raut is saying something. Now we are looking what happening. They are just demolished all the building of Kangana Ranaut. I think this is not good sign, because as you mentioned, our constitution already said yes, everybody have a freedom to express their view regarding every topic. But sometimes also I feel there should be limit on the freedom of expression, because if you are not going to provide any limit, what happen, people are free to speak anything, and sometimes it's hurt,
Right.
and sometimes affect the sentiments of other people. So I think there should be limit. Yes, this is very good. Constitutions provide you, yes, you can express your view regarding whatever you want to say on any topic, anything you can speak, that is okay. But no, what happens sometimes, we provide something for betterment, people trying to use, trying to misuse that thing. Also Devi I mentioned example of JNU. You are just yielding as like uh, Pakistan Jindabad in India. That is not good sign. Yes, you have freedom of expression, but if you are speaking against a country, that is not good sign. So I think in some manner there should be limit on freedom of expression. Yes, you have a good chance to speak, as Kangana mentioning every time she is speaking. Okay, that is good thing. Also in counterpart, Sanjay Raut is also speaking. Both have a freedom of expression. But what happening? Now we can see what is the output of that. Nothing, because someone is destroying someone career and someone building. So that is not good sign for Indian democracy. So I think there should be a limit on freedom of expression. So over to Amit bhai. Amit bhai. Okay. So I think there is some problem. Dhruv bhai, if you want to speak, please. I think there is problem in Amit bhai. That's why.
Okay. Uh, I don't know which point you made just recently, but I think the point that you made, we must have a limited freedom of speech, so we can't sometimes just abolish some rule, or it is good for some security purpose, also some privacy purpose, just because whenever we use in excessive way this freedom of speech, we forget something, and we just speak whatever we want. That sometimes violate something privacy and something security that tends to our countries and also sometimes tends to people's life. So when it comes about the same thing, I also want to say when it comes about your problem, or if you are in any problem, definitely you can speak in front of the public, in front of the media, even in front of the country. As we know, in Article 19 we have this particular mention that we have a freedom of speech in some certain conditions. uh, so definitely it's a good thing. And I want to also say nowadays in our country we have freedom of speech, but if you are going to speak something truth, or maybe something reality about the leaders especially, or about the person who is in a power, they don't care about your right, and they will give you some other kind of treatment. So maybe next time you will think again and again. There are so many media reporters. Only I think few TV channels that nowadays is still there. I'm talking about TV channels, TV media. They are speaking in front of the camera that is supposed to speak, and the right thing. They are very few. Rest of them they can't. And if someone is trying to speak, they have pressure of upper authorities. Sometimes their boss, sometimes people who is leading these countries, and a leader and ministers. So many people. So sometimes they don't care about your freedom of speech. So this is a problem in our India. If I have to speak against any political leader or political party, I think I can speak. If definitely that speech must not be, including some violence speech that is not allowed, and that has happened sometime in all over the places. So government has different rule for that. But if we are just expressing our thought, sometimes students they try to do. Also we have seen, I think you have given just example, I didn't listen too much. I think Mr. Devi bhai have given example of GNU. So there were everything. The point I think that you have considered Pakistan Jindabad and all those things, it had done just also in, I think, in 2017 and maybe 14 or 15. I didn't have actual idea about that, and I have watched that video. Maybe it has related to so many people, and it is still unclear who told and who don't. And also, like, recent there were some riots, so people try to do, and those people, those are few people who try to give such kind of a statement. So definitely the action must be taken against them, and people are, I mean, the government are taking action against them. But in this all thing, if someone is telling against the government, they also try to impose some rule that is not in the favor of in the constitution. Sometimes people just fear to speak in front of the public against any political parties, and it happens. Sometimes, there are so many reporters cases, actually we don't know, but if we will go on internet and we will search, if they are trying to show you some reality, what is the reality? Reality that we know, the reality of actual government school. There are some, food that they have to provide the student. But what happens in some schools, they don't give actual food and sufficient food to the student. Some I mean, it had happened in a broader level. I mean, it's been happening in a very vast level, in a very major way. So if some reporter is going against them, then not only that particular, I mean, school can't do definitely, but just because this is not only going on in one single school, it's going on all, I mean, so many schools. But there are some one special power that is working behind them, so they will try to suppress the voice of that person. And sometimes just because so many people have different powers, they are in a great position, and media is not in a favor of you just because they can't show everything that you want to say against the other people. So sometimes, you don't have an option nowadays. So what can we do in this part? Now we have technology, now we have YouTube, now we have social media also that we can use. Uh, we can say whatever we want, but just because we have this uh, freedom of speech, I think sometimes most of the people, they try to misuse this freedom of speech, and they try to uh, trap any other person in that particular case that is not, actually he's not guilty for that. We use social media, so sometimes girls also do, and like, just before me too hashtag just viral at that time. So at that time something was true, and if it was true, definitely the action must be taken. But after that, some more girls and some more women also, they came. Few of them, few of them might wrong and few of them might true. So we have to, we have to divide. And we have to also look in which part actually we need to consider this uh, freedom of speech. If someone is going in a normal way, it's okay. And also, I think I want to say those people who are in excessive power, we can't do anything about them. But then we need to use some internet tool that we can use, and just behind the camera or behind the place, behind the platform that you are using, you can express some broader way, some better thing. And this is from my side, at least for now.
Okay, Amit Bhai, what is your view on this topic? And also Anmol and Jyoti, if you want to speak, so you can speak. There is no any foundation. Only you have to raise your hand. Yes, you want to speak, so you can speak. Okay. So Amit Bhai, what is your view? I think there is problem in Amit Bhai side. When I speak, just static, not moving, not doing something. That's why. Amit Bhai,
Is
Network issue.
frozen.
yes.
Network issue.
Okay. So Anmol and Jyoti, if you are interested to speak, so you can speak. Okay. I think Devi bhai, now you can put up some question regarding this. So we are here to answer, because I think Dhruv bhai has already spoken very much on this topic, and I am totally agree with on some point with Dhruv bhai, because nowadays on social media people are free to express anything, and then don't think they are saying true or false, because most news we are getting false news on the social media, because just one body have to write that message, everybody is just forwarding without checking true facts. And that is also no misuse of freedom of expression. Yes, government provide you freedom of expression, it doesn't mean you can say anything, because sometimes it's hurt many people, because when you are talking about some movie, there are uh, many producers, they try to produce such movie where we are talking about casteism, and also you are talking about our gods, you can say. So that is not a good way, because sometimes we try to destroy the level of freedom of expression. So I am in the favor there should be some limitation on the dead condition, so people can speak within a limit. Because also you can take example of our friend circle. What happens? Suppose we are 5 to 6 friends. Uh, Always there is one friend who always speak, some, you can say, some harsh word to everyone. You are doing this, you are doing this, but we are just friends, so we doesn't so much care about that. But sometimes it's feel why he was saying it like this. So this is also, I think, we can say, uh, means he tried to cross the limit of freedom of expression. So sometimes it's really hurt. Okay, Devi bhai.
Yeah, I also that support that freedom of expression should have some limit, and as Dhruv bhai already mentioned, the questioning the existing government, it is right. It is having we having fundamental rights to express, but we should not bias towards one government. The government will come and go, but each and every time we should raise the voice against the any political party, then only we can say that the freedom of expression will be justified. So
Yeah.
otherwise it is bent towards one political party, and one more party is doing mistakes, and again you are supporting then that is not it is a freedom of expression, correct, towards only one political party, and it is for our own benefits we are praising for one party, uh, and one more party we are always we are condemn whatever the steps they have taken. And recently today also the Republic TV reporter, they have been arrested because they are trespassing the Matoshri, one of the Shiva Sena, the house nearby. So that also is a their condemn of the freedom of speech. And what happened, Arnam Goswami, they are interrogated for 12 hours. Is that required for 12 hours? That also is bent towards the political benefits, because whatever the spoken against the existing political party, that government in power, and they will take action immediately without taking any. But there are n number of cases are pending. They will not even look at that cases when the middle class people are suffering because of some cases are pending with them, like there some valuable items are lost. Will they take care for those things? No. When it comes to the questioning their existence, then everybody will come forward and speak against the one persons or one political party. And Dhruv Bhai already told that what happened JNU, you don't know. But it is not proven still. uh, yes, but already the sedition case filed against them there, it is because of Delhi government. The person who is sitting in Delhi is not proceeding with further. But everybody we know, right, the video also published, and many things were happened because so main the point is JNU, where many political impressions going on there. So overall, freedom is definitely having some limits. And one more example I should give: the what one day the Sonia Gandhi told to Narendra Modi that "Maut ka Sardar" when the Gujarat violence taken place. And in Supreme Court also it is proven that he is not a guilty person, and they cleared all the charges against him. Still, people are saying that is the is the main reason for Gujarat riots. So where we are respecting our the Supreme Court or court judgment? No. Again, we are talking against the Supreme Court. What happened in Prashant Bhushan case? Again, he is talking against the constitution, and many things were happened, and he is paid for ₹1 fine. It is all like it looks like it's comic. What is that ₹1 fine? And for expressing everything, it is not a freedom of speech. So having some limit to express, and it should not affect the opposite persons. So we have many words to speak, many words to condemn, and definitely we have some control on our mouth. Then, as I told, the healthy society will create a turnaround.
Okay, just I want to say one thing. As Dhruv mentioned, he has no idea what happened in JNU. My point is that who said Pakistan Zindabad, that is not matter. Matter is that this is happening within the India, because we are living in India. Suppose someone is speaking against India, then that is not good for. Because yes, government provide you freedom of speech. It doesn't mean you say anything. Okay, so Amit Bhai, now you are, I think, visible, so you can speak now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So am I audible? How is my voice now?
Yeah,
Clear,
the
fantastic,
voice is reached up to.
remarkable.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I
I
guess
can listen.
okay.
I
So
can
I
listen
guess there,
without headset to
okay.
Bengal.
Okay. Fine. Yes. Fine. Thank you. So three of you already covered a lot of points. Okay. But yeah. So before starting, let me tell you that the words are more powerful. You know what I want to say. The words are more. Even if and once you said something, you cannot return it back. So before thinking anything or before delivering, you should think the 100 times what you are going to deliver. Is it true? Okay, or is it is not going to hurt someone feeling? So that you'll have to consider, and then after you will have to deliver it, right? So if it's true or it's fake or it's what kind of a word, okay, or it's not going to hurt someone. That is the thing. Okay. Now, second thing is that as per it's a fundamental right, right? We got the freedom of expression through the Constitution of India. So we should, there should be a limit, as Miss three of you already told that there should be a some, sorry, there should be a some limit. So even I consider there should be some limit, because if you know, anyone can say something, and suppose if you hurt someone, so again, you know, there will be some conflict, there would be some contradiction, okay, of each and every statement. Now these days, you know, as far as the Indian polit, political is concerned, mostly, you know, who are ruling the government and who are opposing the government, they will say so many things, okay, and you know, it's going to hurt. Sometimes, you know, the political the leaders, they will reach into the extreme level, they will say anything, okay. And suppose if you are supporting that political party, and if you are not supporting, so it's going to hurt someone. So if it is a freedom of expression, there should be a limit. And you know, it should be a limit, that I will support it, that the limit only. So that's it from my end, as far as the freedom of expression is concerned.
Okay.
Because unnecessary, you know, it will create the violence also. Because suppose now, um, as an Indian, right, I can say anything. Okay, if I want to blame you, I can criticize you, I can blame you, I can accuse you. Okay, but ultimately, what it is going to create a problem. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have the freedom of expression, you say anything what comes in your mouth. Okay, so I already told you the words, you know, you should use the word politely if you have, even, but make sure that if you're the the proof. Suppose if I am saying something on particular point, so I should have the proof 100%. Yeah, this is the proof, and then that's why I said such a thing. Until unless you don't have
Yeah.
proof, you cannot say blindly, because it's going to hurt someone's feeling also. So already I told you, right? There will be a pro or there will be a against someone. So if you are supporting someone, and if you are not supporting someone, so it's going to hurt. So ultimately, there should be a limit if it is the freedom of expression. Yeah.
Okay, so Jyoti, I think that is mentioned as JS, so I have no idea what is name. So if you want to speak, you can
Yeah.
speak, because yes, you have raised hand, that's why. Okay.
Hello everyone. Yes, myself Jyoti. So I'll be sharing my opinions. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Okay. So basically, yes, freedom of expression. The topic that you have taken is very broad and very interesting, and has taken a lot of light these days. Freedom of expression has its positive side, but it also has its cons. And nowadays, what we are observing, rather than looking on the positive aspect, negative is coming out of it. If you look, switch on your TVs. I have just stopped watching news on TV because it's a whole drama that has been created. Misuse of freedom of expression has been uh, taken place. If we look at the case of SSR, 2 or 3 people have put forward their views, and that has created a very strong movement, a campaign on social media. So that is a positive side of freedom of expression. But on the same note, in the case of Kangana, and if you go back in time, and we can see that in February there were riots in Delhi. So that was the misuse of freedom of expression. So my point is, if we are celebrated person of society, leaders or actors or teachers who are influencing a lot of people in the society, then we need to take responsibility of what we are putting forward in the society. So we should be taking the responsibility, what we are saying, like the previous, in the previous conversation, someone has mentioned that our facts need to, we need to check our facts, whether we are saying something is right or not, where it is coming from, uh, on what facts is our conversation is relying on. So our facts needs to be checked and corrected, and then we should be able to talk about that in public domain, because yeah, consciously or not, but we are affecting a lot of people by whatever we say. Say for example, I have millions of followers on social media, and I say blindly anything without my facts straight, then I'm going to influence that lot, and they are blindly following me because they are people from all age groups, and teenagers and young people generally has the tendency to follow without using their opinion. They got easily carried away and they got easily influenced. So if we are affecting a lot of people, then it's our responsibility to keep our facts straight and talk about things which bring out the best in society and creates a healthy society. And this is all from my end. This is what I feel. And this is my first day in the conversation, but I really like the initiative. So kudos to all of you.
Yes, Jyoti, this is your first day, but we are talking since near about 15 days. Okay, and just I want to say thank you because you have spoken very well, and also we are very much happy. At least we have, a good speaker like you. At least you can cover a lot of point regarding that. So we are really thankful to you. Okay, so that is really nice speech you have given on this topic. Okay, just actually I have a question as Amit Bhai mentioned, also Jyoti mentioned about fact checking. But sometimes what happens when we see message in any social media, but we did not what is basically particular source, then how we can verify? Because a lot of message floating on the social media. And also when we are talking about the case of freedom of expression, current example you can take Kangana Rawat and Sanjay Rawat. I think this is going very bad because we are not going to find any output because we are only finding in negative things because so I think some people are just trying to take advantage of that freedom of expression, and that is not a good thing. And also Amit Bhai mentioned nobody is going to speak against the ruling party. Okay, so I think somehow government is just trying to surpass the that you can say that freedom which is be provided by the constitution, because currently there are many people who can't speak against the government because they always fear of that maybe government can arrest them. As we can say current example in Mumbai, what happening, Kangana just said one thing, now you have just demolished all the building. So that is not good, because if you are saying our constitution is saying yes, you have freedom of expression, you can express anything, means, and I don't think Kangna is saying anything wrong, but government is just trying to show their power and we are seeing. So now we have Sekhar Bhai. Sekhar Bhai, if you want to say something, then you can speak. Otherwise, we move towards to Dhruv Bhai for compile all these speeches. That's why.
Okay, okay. Then I will speak first.
Yes, yes.
So, I'm sorry for that. I joined the late in this debate. So, today's topic is right to freedom of speech and expression. Right now, yes. So as we all know that it deals with our fundamental rights, the Article 19, Article 19, Clause 1, which deals with right to freedom of speech and expression. And whether the first thing I want to talk about that it doesn't matter whether it is freedom of speech or expression or any of the fundamental rights that we talk about. No fundamental right is absolute. That is there is some condition there is some conditions. While there is they all are subject to some conditions. Like in case of freedom of speech and expression, you cannot talk something which goes against the sovereignty integrity of India. Like we heard some speeches which talks about the breaking of the India. So it goes against the constitution. So as our topic is whether whether it is absolute or not. I cannot sorry, I am in I must vote for the freedom of speech and expression, but within some boundary walls. You cannot talk something which give unduly advantages to our enemies, you cannot talk something which can lead to which can lead to disharmony or disharmony disharmony in people. And these are the things we must have to understand. We must have to understand, like whatever the alleged slogan raised in the JNU was totally against, was totally against the whole idea of the whole idea of the India. So these yes, so these alleged speeches must be curtailed. So whether the as the topic of the debate, that whether it can be absolute or not. So it cannot be absolute at any cost, because what happens that especially in today's world of the social media, what happens that even very small thing about any any of the situations, or any of the happenings, and mm, you put your post on the social medias without considering without considering its actual impact on the other people, or on the integrity and sovereignty of India, or the idea of the India. So we must not say something which goes against the fundamental principles of our of our constitutions, or the our sovereignty, integrity, public order of India. So as there is some restriction that already inscribed in constitutions by our forefather, is public morality, sovereignty, and integrity. Might be these. Actually, I'm not able to recalling all the restriction that has imposed, but these three are absolutely there. So whatever we are saying, that must be according to the within these boundary walls. And we also have to consider that what you speak about what is happening in Mumbai. So it's also that it's so one of the very very important fundamental right that has been inscribed in the constitution by our forefather is Article 32, which talks about which talks about the Supreme Court, which talks about the protection of the fundamental right by the Supreme Court, that whenever your fundamental right is curtailed by the government, you can directly approach to the Supreme Court without going to session court, or court or high court or any other lower courts. So it is a very very important article that absolutely make all the fundamental rights of the constitution as a living article. Like if you don't have, like for the sake of example, just take a situation where there is no Article 32 and you have just Article 19 that talks about the freedom of speech and expression, and you said something which goes against the whims and fancies of the government. It is not against the India, it is not against the public order, it is not against the morality, it is not against the idea of the India, but it's against the the viewpoint of the government. So if you said something against the government, and government imposed some restrictions on you, or put you behind the bars, then you can take the remedy of the Article 30 of the Article 32, which so I'm saying that it's the and the words of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, the constitutional father of our India, that this Article 32 is the very important fundamental rights of all other fundamental rights. So so there is two situations, that we must not overreach our fundamental rights, and we also get the protection that our fundamental rights should not be curtailed, and same is the case with freedom of speech and expression. And I should vote that there must be some restrictions that protect our idea of India, that protect the sovereignty, integrity, and public order. Thank you. That's from my side.
Okay, Dhruv bhai, actually we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Please try to compile within this time. Otherwise, we can start new
Okay.
meeting. If you are interested
No,
to speak.
okay. I will try to. I will try to compile and disclosing
Sorry,
comments.
brother.
Okay, so no, not a problem. And the most point, the very good point Mr. Sekhar has already told so many points. I I want to just add one and two things like Mr. Pradeep has. So definitely now, if something is going on social media, someone has just put any message on social media. This has happened with me. Okay, so definitely no one can. And at first go, we can identify it's right or wrong. So what can we do at that situation? First of all, whatever we see in social media, it has already come from the internet. Some people just take a screenshot, take picture, and just combine all this, and they will try to show you this is true. It had happened, when COVID-19 started from China. So many videos gone viral that Chinese government is treating like this. Okay, but that was not true. I'm not supporting a Chinese government. Just I'm telling. So what can you? Even I did when I saw this video. I just searched on the internet and also the bet. I think the soup of bet you have seen, everything was totally bullshit and everything was wrong. But some people they have believed, so they have just started how they can do it, and it was not definitely true. So just we can search on the internet, and even if there is nothing that you are going to find on internet, what can you do? Don't believe on that, and why you need to comment, and why you need to always just reply those comments. So don't do that, just because sometimes some people they will try to uh, violate some rule, and sometimes they try to just put down the reputation of other people.
Dhruv
Don't
bhai,
care about other
Dhruv bhai,
people.
Dhruv bhai, just if you want to start this meeting again. So I am requesting Amit bhai, Devi bhai, please join for 5 minutes more. Please join it again, please.
Yes, yes, sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
join it again. Dhruv bhai.
Yeah. Okay, so the point that I wanted to add, just because nowadays no one care about to go outside and then speak in front of the public. They know if they are going to outside and they will speak something, no one is going to listen, just only 2-3 people. But if they are using social media, YouTube and some other platform, it's now very easy. If you are touching the people's heart, you are going to viral in just one single line. But how much truth behind that? I think the point that Mr. Uh, Amit Bhai has made at that time, if we are going to make some point or if we are going to make any point against any people reputation, then definitely we need some proof and fact with that particular social media comment and the post that we have shared. So also attach that particular proof so people can get to know it is true or not. Why I'm telling this? Just because just before 3 and 4 years back, 3 and 4 years ago, what had happened? If you all know, one girl has commented on the about one boy that he molested me on the bus, and so after it, what happened? So many people reacted on that particular video, and it was not as much as true. I mean, even it was as even true. So no one has a right to just totally just put down the reputation of other people. That happened after that. That why like he lose his job and so many things in at that time he has to face just because we live in a society. So this kind of thing happens, and sometimes they use these ways to get famous easily and to get attention of other people. And it's true, if some girl is doing such kind of thing, we are as a young boy, not only young boy, and also so many older people and even women empowerment and so many NGOs are out there. We will start to just uh, give support to that particular girl. So sometimes we don't use. So in that part we need some proof. If you have put it some proof, then definitely check. And the other point that I wanted to make, that if it don't have fact, firstly go on internet. If you didn't find anything on internet, and it is possible that more than 80-90% data some people are putting in front of you. They are taking the help of internet. They are just copy pasting the data, and if it is wrong, I'm not telling if it is right. So you can check this is how. And at the last, if you are going to talk against the country, then definitely it is a violation of some law, and then some action must be taken. But if you are going to talk about any government leaders, or if you are going to talk about against any government party, no any, I mean, it has not written in constitution anywhere you have to suffer from prison or any anything that going to hurt you. That is your freedom of speech. You can even criticize the government easily, but if you are going to criticize your whole country, then it's not good. So we have to keep in mind. Another thing at the last, freedom of speech has given to us, so we can put our grievances, grievances and sorrow in front of the government and in front of the public. So somehow, if our family and our people where we live, if they fail to take any action against that particular person or people or services, whatever it is, so government can help us, a country can help us, and this is how we can live a better life. So it is all about a combination and correlation and justice that the constitution give us. So respect it and use it in a better way. If you really have any problem, and if it is required, then try to do, and also try to think all perspective. Only being famous is not important. Also, firstly, you are a human, even if you are not famous, but if you are doing great work, so many works out there, and if just you are be up to yours, it's okay, it's all right. But even if you got famous by just putting down the reputation of other people, and he's just gonna live, I mean, they can also suicide sometime just because of so many pressure that society gives us if we are doing any kind of thing. So we need to keep perspective in all over the direction. Then we need to take any action or post any comment or just come in front of the media or the world. So we have to keep all these things in our mind, according to me, and then we can use in a better way.
Okay, Dhruv bhai, thank you. Okay, so people, just on your camera, at least you can introduce yourself. So we are not saying to speak anything. At least you can introduce. I know this is your first day, that's why. Bipul, yes. Actually, Bipul has joined today.
Hello everyone. My name is Vipul, and I am basically from Haryana. I am 19 years old, and I am pursuing BCom program from Delhi University. And I just want to improve my communication skills because in this pandemic, before this pandemic, I don't used to talk to people, and I am a very kind of shy person, so I can't. I am not able to speak to people. And my English is also very poor because in my area, no one speaks. Talk everyone in English, so I'm not used to speak in English. So I just want to engage with people like who are suffering the same problem, so that they will not judge me, and I can learn more from them, and we can improve together, and that's all.
Okay, Vipul bhai, actually we are not expert here, just we are trying to improve ourselves. And I think you have at a right place, you can say, because, I think you have written all these speeches and you can find how we are speaking, just we are trying to speak, So definitely if you are going to join this group, if you are going to spend at least 50 to 20 days, you can speak and also we can talk. Maybe when you started speaking, definitely we can learn and also we can do something. So if anybody want to say something, yes.
Yeah. Yes. So actually, see, I would like to add the 2 points also. See, if you compare the constitution of India with the other countries, for example, take an example of the South Korea and the China also. So in their country, in the China, you cannot talk against the government. Okay.
Yeah.
And there are some restrictions also. Okay. If in a South Korea, if you take the example of the hairstyle, So the government is allowing only the 20 type of a hairstyle if it is a gents, and if it is a ladies, they are allowing the 25 or something. So see, just considering that restriction, and you just consider the India, what the expression, freedom of expression, the country which has been given to us. So you should not take the advantages of such a thing, and you should not say anything wrong against India also. Means if you cannot talk against the India, okay, but you should not use means whatever the freedom of expression you have got it, you should not use it unnecessary. So that I wanted to say.
Okay, Shekhar bhai. Unmute yourself. Shekhar bhai, unmute yourself.
Sorry, sorry. I'm sorry. I just want to know whether it is in South Korea or North Korea.
That I don't know, but
It may be North Korea, because North Korea's
North
leader is.
Korea. Yes, maybe North
Yes,
Korea.
because the South Korean leader is not like that.
Okay,
So-
okay.
So there is
okay,
actually
thank
there is
you.
no comparison between Chinese and Indian constitution. There is totally different
No, no.
scenario. There even the whole military is for one single party, not for the China country, not for the country of the China, but for one of the party.
See, they are also human being. We are also human being. So I'm
It's
talking
not about, sir. It's
the-
not about, sir. Human.
See,
Okay.
if if you are a human being, so you will have some the thinking, right? And because of the thing, we talk, right? As I already told you that the words are more powerful than any weapon. If you said something, you cannot take it back. So
Yeah.
before speaking, you should think 100 times whether I am saying the correct thing, whether it is a true, whether it's a fake or anything before delivering anything, right? Because it will it will create a lot of what I want to say here.
Lot of
it will
problem, lot
create
of issue.
unnecessary the problem situations, right? Unnecessary situation. So that we have to, but as we are living in India, right? So we got such the freedom of expression. So we should utilize this expression in a better way. Because now I wanted to compare that thing, right? The
Yes.
constitution of any other country with our country, but you just compare the human being, right? Suppose I am see for example, now I was born in India, and I have the freedom of expression, but just consider that if I were born in that North Korea. So now
Yeah.
just compare, and I have
Sir,
participated
that
in
if you have ever compared, if you had born in North Korea, believe me, your mindset will not be built like that. You have to speak something. Your mindset will be built like
Right.
that. You have to obey whatever the government is saying. You have to obey. You don't have
Yes.
the seed which leads to thinking in the human mind, which will not be sown in your mind. That's the
Yes.
real issue. So if they they don't even think about that. They have to say something or say against something against the government. So it's totally hard and
Yes.
and
So
one thing I
it's
just
very-
want to
if we-
and one
Yeah,
thing I
continue,
just want to say that look what happens that with the era of social media, yes, there is lots of information and other things, but I mostly saw that most of the people have not full data and not full idea, not full information. They have uncooked information, and that create a real fuss. What happens that no one is knowing the actual thing what is going on, but all want to speak something, and sometimes which leads to sometime you are speaking which is against your constitution, which is against your own country, which gave you that much freedom. So this is the issue.
Okay, so thank you guys for attending this. Okay, so
Yeah.
we will meet again tomorrow with new topic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also you can suggest me some topic for discussion. Okay, just
Yes, because I guess you are repeating the topic already. We had discussed
no,
this
no.
topic.
In
but,
debate
okay,
session,
anyway,
I am not
I-
repeating. No, in debate session, I am not repeating. But in that section,
Okay.
you can say, because when I am going to repeat any topic, at least people can speak quickly, you know, frequently they can speak because they have already spoken. That's why I try to repeat some topic again and again. So people come forward
Okay,
and
no,
try
no,
to
no
speak
issue.
frequently. That's why, because that is going to also
Okay.
increase their, you know, capacity, also their frequency. That's why I
Fluency.
try to repeat.
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Fluency,
Yes, yes.
if you're talking about fluency, because suppose if I am speaking on corona daily, definitely after 5 days I can speak, you know, with fluency. That's why I try to
Yes,
repeat
yes.
some topic.
Yeah.
At least people, you know,
Yeah.
try to speak. That's why. Okay, so you
Amit
can
ji,
send me topic, I will schedule. There is no problem. Okay.
Okay.
No issue. No, you select from your end. We are ready to join every day without missing. Already I had made, I guess, the Monday, then Tuesday, 3 days, I guess. 2 days,
Actually,
Tuesday,
But
sorry.
basically you have started this,
when was
but
the
you are not displayed. Okay.
No,
Our
because of
president,
this, these
Hi,
days.
our
president is
president.
missing.
First day
this
PPT
debate is your
presentation.
own?
There was a PPT presentation. What we are going to do in the debate session. Firstly this.
No,
We should
actually,
remove. We should remove
No,
president soon.
no.
Yes.
Actually, sometimes, see, if it is a Monday and Tuesday, so, I will be so busy. While
Okay.
the office work, it will be a lot. Then after, the up to Friday, it's getting reduced. So Monday, it's very busy. Monday, then like graph will going to increase now. Sorry, graph will
Means why,
going to be a decreasing.
daily my wife said, please go and sleep. No, why? Because when I come from the office, I was so much tired, and I always used to say, I am so much tired, just I want to sleep. Only due to this debate session, I have to wake up till 10:30, then I go to sleep. Only due to this session.
Okay.
Because we are
No issue.
getting
But
so much benefit from this, that's why. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So thank you guys for attending this. Thank you. Just enjoy and
Yeah, thank you. Good night. Yeah,
Thank you
see you tomorrow. Okay, bye. Good night.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.